Well, but look, Colorado can do that also. You know, they're a top 50 defense, and let's not forget in the first 4, they won a grinded-out battle with Boise State. I think in the tournament, you have to be able to win different ways.
We've got great officials today. Roger Ayers, in his 19th tournament, he has officiated 4 Final Fours. Doug Shows, 2 national championship games, his 26th tournament. Here's a shot, Joplin of 3 for Marquette. Right off the bat, and A.J. Desai is also on the floor officiating this afternoon, and here we go in Indy.
Well, Joplin's second on the team in threes made behind Cam Jones and hit 3 of them the other night in their win.
But that's what Marquette likes to do. They space the floor, they spread you out, and they like to shoot it. 34% of their offense comes from behind the arc.
On the side, this is a 3. It is off right there by Hadley through the hands of O'Brien. And grabbed there by Jones. Cam Jones will take it the other way. A terrific game the other afternoon. And he sets up the Marquette offense, prying his way into the paint.
Well, that's one of the things that Colorado wants to do is keep both Jones and Kolek to their right hand. But there, Jones able to get all the way to the basket and finish.
It's hard to help out against Marquette because they spread the court out so widely.
Good pass, Lampkin, and a sledgehammer throw down by De Silva.
Well, Marquette talked about that yesterday, about what a good passer Lampkin is.
This is Kolek, the top assist man in the college game, with his pass bobbled and out of bounds off the fingertips of Joplin.
And we talk about Marquette and their ability to spread you out, and you see Lampkin very hesitant to get over there and help, and if you don't move over there quickly, you're in trouble. An easy basket for Marquette.
Colorado took care of Ford. A great backdoor. Knocked away by Joplin on the try by Simpson.
Another great pass, but great help defense there.
Joplin on top with a 3. Rebound retrieve Marquette. Jones 3.
Well, and that's one of the differences between these two teams. They're both good three-point shooting teams. Colorado better by percentage, but Marquette shoots far more of them.
Marquette, not a great offensive rebounding team. You get those long rebounds off threes. Sometimes it's tough for your opponent.
O'Brien with a 3 and a rebound. Mitchell lost it inside. De Silva took it away. And the Buffaloes reset. Here's Lampkin. Iguodala will defend with some help on the double with Mitchell. It's loose as you see. Shot clock at 8. On the floor, vacuumed in. Here comes Marquette. Joplin got it.
Lampkin's a good passer, but he tends to turn it over sometimes.
Jones 3. Rebound, Javon Hadley. And now to Simpson. First team all Pac-12 point guard. Finding Lampkin. He's a big body inside. Count it. Foul.
Well, that was a terrific pass, but a great catch and finish. Lampkin has tremendous hands down there.
Well, I was going to say, obviously, it's a great pass. He's double teamed, but how does he even hold on to that ball? That is really some play.
I'm with you on that, Dan. There's a lot of big guys who would not catch that pass.
In the win over Florida the other night, Colorado had every starter with 10 points or more. Every starter had 4 rebounds and 4 assists or more. It's the first time those numbers by a starting 5 had ever occurred in 40 years of the NCAA tournament and 25 years in all of college basketball.
That's incredible. That's a lot of games, Kevin.
Kolek will maneuver. Joplin is at a 3, works on De Silva inside. Gouging his way, finding room and kicking it out. Shot clock at 7. It's a 3. Jones can't hit. Leaping rebound by K.J. Simpson.
And nobody's walking the ball off the court.
Nope. O'Brien down low. They'll take it again. In the corner, Handler. Colorado, the best shooting team in the Pac-12, but 3. Simpson. Rebound, Kolek.
Simpson's going to be basically wearing Stevie Mitchell all night.
Yeah, and when he gets an open one like that, he almost has to knock it down.
Kolek to the rack.
Well, that's why they don't want Kolek getting to his left hand, which Tad Boyle is talking to his bench about right now. A much better finisher on the drive going left than he is right.
Lampkin and Iguodala. Doubled again by Mitchell. Thrown away with the turnover. 3-on-1. Joplin. Mitchell to the hole.
Well, there's the turnover you were talking about, Dan, with Lampkin. He does make some great passes. He also does have more turnovers than assists on the season.
That was a lazy pass, particularly with Mitchell coming at you. You have to be strong with that ball.
Justin De Silva. Hadley on top. Kolek on him. Switching the defense. Marquette. Cross court. O'Brien on top. It's Simpson driving. Jones hit him with a whistle. Out of bounds and 6 seconds on the shot clock. With a timeout. Catching our breath.
Well, the narrative here in Indianapolis is not just about top-seeded Purdue not getting out of the first weekend. Marquette, the 2 seed, has been thinking about this all year from their round of 32 loss to Michigan State and talking to Shaka Smart and their players. They had individual meetings after last year. They were completely, utterly disappointed in that loss to Michigan State. They thought it was a physical battle that they lost, and they have focused on this moment, this mini tournament, to get out of this first weekend for over a year with a lot of these same core players.
Andy, thank you. The Golden Eagles have been in the top 17 in the AP poll all season long, and as high as number 3. 6 seconds on the shot clock. They go inside. Williams off the bench and in with the floater. Cody Williams, a McDonald's All-America, a freshman from Gilbert, Arizona, puts it up and through. Healthy now after he's been off and on that injured list all year long. It's been a very up and down season for him. His talent undeniable. You got a glimpse of it right there.
His brother, an absolute star in his second year with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Joplin, 3. He's at 1. Lampkin corrals the ball in the hands of Hadley. And the Buffaloes the other way, who have won 2 games already in this tournament.
Well, and they've won 10 of their last 11. This team has been playing great basketball.
Lampkin is searching. There's Williams with the ball. He'll snake his way inside. Lampkin will tap it in.
And we've talked about this many times, Dan, and already in this tournament, drives like that create offensive rebounds. You have to take the body off the big to help.
Woo! Wow, getting up high. Iguodala.
Well, again, this stand is beginning to look to me like a game where you're going to have to keep scoring. You know, they can play defense, but my goodness. There's some offensive talent out here.
It's Williams and De Silva. Back to Williams. Thought 3. Takes it in. Meets 2. And it's taken away again. Another Buffalo turnover. Kolek, who had the last assist, will give it to Joplin again.
Well, Colorado knows they've got to be better in this area. It's been one of their problems. They're a great shooting team, but they are a pretty high turnover team. That's got to be better today to have a chance.
Well, they've turned it over a couple times against double teams where they just haven't made good passes. They've thrown it right to the trapper.
It's De Silva. Look at the Mitchell defense. Kolek will assist. Cross court. Simpson takes aim from 3. Rebound Mitchell. He is the energy guy and makes this team go.
Yeah, he sure does. I thought he turned the Western Kentucky game around with his defense.
Kolek gouging his way inside. Iguodala knocked out of bounds off the Buffaloes. Shot clock at 17. They bring in Gold. They bring in Ross. Couple substitutions for Marquette.
And neither one of these teams substitutes very much, Kevin.
Gold's got it from New Zealand. Tyler Kolek driving and scooping.
He may be the best I've ever seen at totally extending that left arm and flipping it up with his wrist.
Yeah, he never puts the other hand to the ball going left. So the timing on it is really tough if you're the shot blocker. But you've got to do a better job than Simpson did there and getting going to his right hand.
Simpson will take it. Shot clock is down to 9. A thicket of defenders. And where does he go? To Lampkin. He's covered by Iguodala.
Steal.
Right off the bat, turnover for Marquette. Their 3rd. Inside Hadley, picked up by O'Brien, taking it out, breathing space for Simpson. O'Brien takes aim from 3. Rebound Gold.
They got to make some of those open threes. They've had 3 great open threes, and they're a very good three-point shooting team. They've got to knock that down.
And Jones, who is terrific in the Big East tournament with 18 a game with a corkscrew move for 2.
Wow. And we saw on Friday, Kevin, he is really good with that move. You call it a corkscrew, and that's exactly what he does. He gets inside, and he just keeps the defender away.
Well, it's tough to guard him because he's a top 23-point shooter in the country. So you've got to close on him hard, and then he's on the attack on you. And another Colorado turnover.
Iguodaro deflected the ball. Ross the other way. Timeout, Colorado. Marquette has come out razor sharp. The Golden Eagles on a 10-2 run, trying to make the Sweet 16 for the first time in 11 years.
Everything, it may be impossible, but it certainly is made possible by Tyler Kolek. He gets that arm extended, and then with his wrist, he flips up, he holds the ball out there. What a great look at that basket. That's not impossible, but it's very hard.
He makes it look a lot easier than it is, Dan, because you're right, that's a very difficult shot, but it's one that Tyler Kolek makes consistently.
Kolek was a Class B high school player of the year in Rhode Island. He went to George Mason. He played there a year. He was the A-10 Conference Rookie of the Year. Then he transfers to Marquette. And his career has taken off from there. Marquette has started 5 of 5 in this 10-2 run, with Williams finding the big man Tristan Da Silva. And back to O'Brien, and Kolek has got him, and doubled by Ross. They got Dak in. Ben got Dak is in, and a good feed, and he found the cutter. That was Luke O'Brien for 2.
And Dak was very strong with the ball. He didn't panic, and O'Brien did a nice job going to the open area. Lampkin, a little bit lazy with the ball, and that's why he's out of the game.
It's a 3 by Mitchell. Colorado's got the ball. Williams with it. A silky smooth freshman. Great feed inside. O'Brien couldn't convert, but a foul on Marquette nonetheless at the 10:49 mark. Ross will pick it up, stepping aside here in Indy. Moments ago, our Andy Katz talked with the head coach of the Golden Eagles, Shaka Smart.
Well, Shaka, you guys chart energy, behavior, deflections. So far, how would you assess the way your team is handling inside the post in terms of those activities defensively?
Well, it's been a mixed bag so far. I think we've had some possessions where we've done a great job getting our hands on the ball, but they are scoring in the paint. They're the best in the country at scoring in the paint. So when the trap's not strong enough, aggressive enough, they're making us pay right now. So we got to be every time.
Thanks, Shaka.
Thank you.
He's taken 3 different programs to the NCAA tournament. He took a team to the Final Four, VCU, in 2011. And he's got his team up right now. We're about the mid-stage of this first half.
I think they're playing very well. They're trying to pressure. And Stan, sometimes when you pressure, you give up some easy shots, but that's part of the price you pay for creating turnovers and generating easy shots yourself.
No question. And all of Colorado's points have been in the paint or at the free throw line where they were fouled in the paint.
Rouse picked up the foul for Marquette. Ryan goes 2 of 2 from the line the other night in their win over Florida. 5 of 5 from the field with 12 points for the Buffaloes. Goal. He'll plunge into the paint and kick. Whistle. With 10:37 to go here in the first half.
Well, you see Colorado's up more on pick and rolls now, trying to be more aggressive on Kolek, try to make him give up the ball. Now, he's a great passer. He leads the nation in assists, but they want to make other people finish rather than letting him get to the rim.
Freshman Bengot Dak from Lincoln, Nebraska, with a look at Roger Ayers. He picked up that foul moments ago for the Buffaloes. Finished 3rd in the Pac-12, losing in the final of the Pac-12 tournament.
No, that's not over and back. You're allowed to make an inbounds pass into the backcourt.
Joplin with it. Jones on the wing. He's defended by O'Brien. Screen by Gold. Kolek on top. Shot clock at 3. Switch on defense. Bodies fall. 1 second to fire. Jones in time. Don't look at it.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that's a great shot. Tristan Da Silva loaded up to help on Kolek. Kolek made the quick pass. This is a great closeout in contest. And he's still able to knock it down. That was clearly in time.
Well, look there. Is the ball out of his hand? And yes, it is, before that clock goes all the way to 0. And here we're in Indiana Pacers arena, so they've got the tenths of a second on the shot clock. But, I mean, that was very good defense, but Cam Jones is just a shot maker.
Wow, he got that one off quickly over a much bigger guy. I thought it was great defense by Da Silva.
It's Dak on top, halfway through the first half. Simpson in goal. Swinging it around. Williams has the ball. Cross court. O'Brien thought he's a good three-point shooter, but hesitates there. Another errant pass. Deflected out of play. Shot clock at 5.
That's a shot that I think O'Brien passed up because they're 0 for 5 shooting threes. And that's one thing I think I see here from Colorado. This is a team that they don't shoot a lot of threes, but they shoot them very well. You have to shoot that ball with some confidence, and they're just not very confident right now.
Stan, they're the 6th best three-point shooting team in the country.
Yeah, they are, but on low volume, and I'm with Dan. He passed up a good one, and to me, when you pass up a good shot, you often end up not getting another look at it.
Bryan got the miss from Simpson. Simpson 0-4 on the start. Da Silva down low. Kolek is on him. Simpson drives and kicks. O'Brien 3.
There you go, and that's great offense. Great patience in the double team by Da Silva. Simpson with the nice kick out. That is Colorado basketball.
And if Marquette is going to trap down there in the low post, I think Da Silva needs to go down there because he really handles that well.
Iguodaro on the doorstep and over Dak.
That was way too easy with Dak. I know from being at practice yesterday, they want to take away that left shoulder and the right hand. He didn't really make any effort to do that there.
Inside, Da Silva got it from O'Brien with the rebound collected by Jones. Cam Jones, a junior from Memphis, and he puts up a 3.
Wow. This guy made 5 in the Western Kentucky game and has already made 3 today. He's got 13 points already.
And he shoots that before the defense is even ready to think about guarding anybody.
And remember, he was number 2 in the Big East over the last 2 years in three-point shots made. Simpson, little razzle-dazzle, takes it in.
Simpson not the quickest guy in the world, but he's got a great change of pace.
Iguodaro. Wild pass, out of bounds, and a turnover. With Stan Van Gundy, Dan Bonner, and Andy Katz, Kevin Harlan, and our terrific crew here in Indianapolis. 8 to play in the first half. O'Brien a 3.
They're getting great looks, Kevin.
Yep.
Great looks every time down now.
And a timeout. It's a 10-point Marquette lead. They've been up by 12, and Colorado and Tad Boyle have not had a lead in this one yet. And moments ago, our Andy Katz caught up with them.
All right, Tad, how do you control Cam Jones on the perimeter?
Well, we got to get up into him, and we got to get him to come off a ball screen. We're trying to switch those things, and when you're switching, you can't take away pick and pop threes. You got a problem with your defense. So we're not communicating on the ball screens. We're letting them get to the rim and getting threes, and that's what they feast on. We got to take one of those 2 away, and we're not taking either one away.
All right, thanks, Tad.
Yeah.
Tad Boyle, who was the high school player of the year in Colorado, recruited by Ted Owens at Kansas under Coach Owens for a couple years. Larry Brown took him then for the last 2 years, coaching in his 14th season for the Buffaloes. And it's Iguodaro on top, and Lampkin is on him. Setting a screen, and Jones now will try to carve his way in. Against Lampkin, the kick, Ross. Into O'Brien.
Wow, nice drive by Ross. And Marquette is now 10 for 10 from 2-point range, Kevin.
They got such great ball movement and player movement, they end up getting a relatively easy shot.
It's O'Brien again, who's had that shot all day long. So far, it's Simpson struggling from the floor. He's made one into Iguodaro. Meets a wall, but gets it to go.
That's a great move. Iguodaro did a great job, much bigger but just being able, under control, come to a stop and pivot to give yourself space on the shot.
Kolek. Iguodaro, nice catch. And then bobbled by Jones. And then a foul going the other way.
Kevin, Iguodaro actually didn't catch that one very cleanly. He did a nice job to recover, but because he didn't catch it cleanly, then he's trying to save it back in bounds. I think he surprised Joplin with that.
Cam Jones just picked up his second foul for the Golden Eagles.
He did, and look at this pivot and fade by Simpson. Outstanding.
Into Lampkin, that's the position he had the other night when they beat Florida.
Yeah, look, he does a great job getting position. That's an outstanding pass by De Silva, one of the better all-around players in the country.
Kolek has got it. Ramrods his way inside.
There's that play again, the Inspector Gadget play, where his arm just stretches out.
Kolek, Andy Katz has started 3 of 3.
Well, Lampkin plays with emotion, but as Tad Boyle told us yesterday, he can't be too emotional. There is a line, but he defines their grit and toughness. Remember, a year ago, he was with TCU, but left the team right before the NCAA tournament. So he's playing with a lot of emotion since he didn't play last year's tournament. Now he's here with the Buffaloes.
And playing with confidence, Andy. Here comes De Silva trying to work his way in. Saved by Kolek, off to Mitchell.
I feel like there hasn't been much difference in terms of the quality of shots that these teams are getting. Marquette has just done a much better job of converting.
Kolek with the turnover. Simpson was defending.
That's their 6th turnover, Marquette.
Simpson, 3.
That's only their second three-point basket, Kevin. They're now 2 for 9. And this is a Colorado team. They've got to make some threes to stay in this game.
Joplin with the ball. Tristan De Silva will defend. Iguodaro. And Lampkin picks him up. Kolek. Simpson defending out of bounds. Shot clock at 10. Marquette has led the entire way. Their lead as large as 12, and now it's 7. Marquette, Dan, has made 10 of their last 11 shots.
They're getting really good looks. Their movement, both with the ball and out without the ball, has been outstanding.
Kolek. Gold, a fake, drive, feed. Joplin. It's a 3.
That's just what you're talking about, Dan. Great movement. Nobody holds the ball. And they play from the inside out.
Williams out of the blocks and driving inside. A foul on Joplin on the wing. Watch it again.
But that pass, that penetration forces 2 defenders to guard 1 guy, and then they just whip the ball around so quickly the defense can't recover. And Stan, the key thing, this is what Colorado hasn't been able to do. When they get that wide open shot, Marquette has been knocking it down.
No, that's exactly right. But that's a 6'11" guy, Ben Gold, who takes the ball off the dribble into the paint and makes the play.
Joplin picked up his first. Lampkin is checked out. It's a 3, and it's down the hatch. Javon Hadley is a 43% three-point shooter. Crowding Kolek. Off to Gold. Across the lane. Foul.
Well, Ben Gold showing you his ability here to put the ball on the floor and make plays. But those plays have both started because the threat of him being able to shoot the ball.
O'Brien picks up the foul for Colorado. At the free throw line is Ben Gold. Coming into the tournament, he had only made 8 free throws all season long. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now to stay up to date on all the action. Gold is a sophomore from Wellington, New Zealand. He made the NBA Global Academy, and that's how he got his push and a charge right there. That's an offensive foul.
That is a horrible call. Listen, this is a horrible call. There's no push off there whatsoever.
Joplin really sold that one.
Sold it. That's an absolute flop. He fouled Tristan De Silva. He created the contact and bounced back. Horrible call.
Now, most of the time, you get that call when the arm goes out, but the arm never went out. De Silva's arm, that is.
No, it did not. I mean, that was just a bad call.
Jones will accelerate. It's Mitchell with Williams defending, and Lampkin closed the door defensively. 3, Joplin. Missed it all, out of bounds. It's Colorado's ball. Under 4 to go, first half. The winner to the Sweet 16.
That's got to make you a little bit uncomfortable, although Shaka Smart is probably telling his guys, look, as long as we don't turn it over, we're scoring almost every time, so let's stop turning it over.
That's exactly right. The 6 turnovers, the only thing to keep it. That's the ability that NBA scouts have seen, Kevin. Look at that, coast to coast. Great ability to get to the rim. But Kolek's going to get to his left hand. He's going to finish virtually every time.
Again, they take the ball out of the basket, just get up the court really quickly in transition. And Simpson was never able to get himself set.
Mitchell is on Simpson. De Silva is picked up by Joplin with the switch right here. Mitchell now goes in the taller De Silva. Shot clock at 9. Little rugged there above the arc, and here they go with Simpson. It is a 3. Rebound by Kolek. He'll barrel his way down the lane and find Mitchell, who gets bushwhacked underneath. Hit that time by KJ Simpson with a foul on the Buffalo guard.
Well, you talk about the ability to play in transition. I mean, it's just nobody's set, and he goes right by. And here, Kolek, again, they just take the ball out of the net, and they come right back at you. And he abandoned that arm's length move and just powered his way to the basket. Kolek is not only shifty, he's a little bit strong, too.
Here's Mitchell, a former Pennsylvania High School Player of the Year. All next on AT&T at the half.
And mentioning Wally Zerbiak, go back and check Wally's numbers.
Miami of Ohio.
In the NCAA tournament at Miami of Ohio.
Phenomenal run. And a great long-range shooter in the NBA for a time. Williams from 15.
Wow, this guy.
He's really helped him coming off the bench today.
And he did the other night, too. Very poised for a young guy in such a big situation.
Williams had 9 off the bench the other night. Has 6 this afternoon. They double Iguodala. They go to Kolek on top. Drives on Lampkin. Kicks to Joplin. Picked up by De Silva. Joplin. It's a Lambert rebound inside. Lampkin has just picked up his second.
Finally missed 2. Yeah, finally missed a 2. But excellent defense by De Silva.
Back to Kolek it goes. Oh, look at the drive by Ross. Woo, flying up. He's got a 9-point lead for his Golden Eagles now with that drive. Ross with 6 off the bench.
Well, Dan mentioned it earlier. Marquette never lets you get set defensively. They push it in transition, and the ball never stops moving.
A block by Ross after he jammed at the other end.
Colorado's got to be careful here when they get back on defense. Just because you're in the half court doesn't mean you're set and ready to go. He goes right by De Silva, whose feet aren't set, and he waves at him as he goes by. But down on this end, Colorado's got to be careful that they don't get into the habit doing too much dribble. You can't dribble against these Marquette guys. They got great hands.
Colorado faced some good guards against Florida the other night with a turnover right there. They got 6 of them now. It's Joplin on the wing.
Well, that was just a low percentage pass, as was that one there.
Coaches want players to be efficient with their passing, not adventurous. And
you know what? That's a great term, Dan. And I think in football, Kevin, they call that throwing the ball into coverage.
Going into coverage there, Lampkin. Double team. Turnover. It's Kolek. He's got Lampkin on him. He'll try to drive and kick, and he does. Kolek's got the ball.
But there's the ball going side to side.
Ross. Out of bounds, and they say they're going to check here. It's going to be Marquette's ball.
And that's another play where De Silva, I think, actually had an opportunity to grab that ball, but he thought that it was off the other player, so he let it go. You never let the official decide.
Absolutely right, Dan. That's something we talked about all the time. You can get the ball, get it.
Mitchell checks out. Cam Jones checks back in for the Golden Eagles. Jones a three. Wow, off the bench. And sticks it.
Wow. Great coaching move there by Shaka Smart. He's got 2 fouls. He had him out of the game, but brings him back in on the offensive possession. And he knocks down a 3. Hadley, a poor job getting through the screen there.
Cam Jones.
You can't let Jones be a catch-and-shoot guy. You got to make him dribble.
Simpson will dribble. Back to De Silva. The 3-0. The rebound by Ross. It's off to Kolek. Cam Jones has 16 points and 4 threes. Final 17 seconds in our first half. Kolek. Screen and switch. Jones. Defended by Hadley. Another 3. And a rebound inside as the buzzer sounds. And Marquette is on top by 11. Their big lead for Shaka Smart in that first half was 12. Marquette shooting an eye-popping 68% from the floor. The second best shooting half in this year's tournament to Andy Katz.
Well, Shaka, offensively, you guys have been shooting over 70% for most of this first half. With that as a baseline, what are you going to stress in the locker room?
Defense. We got to guard these guys. They scored 102 points in their last game. I think on 80% of our possessions, we're doing an awesome job flying around. We got to rebound the ball and understand that Simpson, a bunch of their guys, De Silva, they're looking to go.
Appreciate it, Shaka.
Thank you.
Marquette and Shaka Smart 20 minutes away from a Sweet 16, leading the Buffaloes 45-34. Checking in with Andy Katz.
That's exactly what Tad Boyle said. I asked him, I said, what are you going to do differently? He says, look, they shot 68%. Enough said. We got to switch ball screens. We got to rotate better. And offensively, we got to make some shots.
We'll see what happens. We are underway in the second half. It's Simpson with the ball. Mitchell's on him.
Well, Kevin, Colorado's 2 leading scorers, Simpson and De Silva, they averaged 36 between them. They had 9 in the first half on 4 for 13 shooting.
Javon Handley got it, and he finally finds a Lampkin 2 inside on the doorstep, and he's got 11 points. And Dan, he's been their most effective scorer so far.
Again, you see really good hands inside, picking that one up off the floor. Simpson picks up a foul there. Kolek, again, he's just a relentless trying to drive that basketball.
Simpson just picked up his second foul for the Buffaloes.
He did, and, you know, Kolek just, as Dan said, relentless driving the ball and really wants to get to that left hand.
Kolek. Cross-court Jones, the fake, the fire. Mitchell trying to get it. The collision with Simpson, who may have come down and hurt himself as he hits the deck hard, and a whistle and a foul, and it goes on Colorado. Or did it go on? It went on Marquette. It goes, Jones.
That's
Simpson.
3 on Jones.
Yeah, and that hurts them if Jones has to sit for a while, obviously. And
he's going to go out right now, and Ross will take his place.
Simpson's an outstanding rebounder, and he is limping a little bit coming up the floor, Simpson.
Tough kid. Hit the game-winning shot to beat Florida. Lampkin inside, Iguodala's on him, swinging it around, down low it goes, O'Brien, and he spoon feeds the driving Tristan De Silva, who's got 4.
That's great ball movement and movement without the ball by Colorado.
Kolek barging his way inside on the reverse.
Wow.
He has such great touch, even on those layups. The ball goes up there and it bounces on the rim, and it never bounces the wrong way. It rolls in.
He's 5 of 5.
He has not missed a shot.
De Silva 3.
That's what you were talking about, Stan. De Silva's the guy who's got to get going.
He does, and he's got to be aggressive like that, looking to score the ball.
Good pass. But Iguodala lost it as he was climbing the ladder. The other way, Hadley. In the corner, Simpson. It's a 3. outscoring Marquette 10-2.
Kevin, you heard Tad Boyle tell Andy they needed to get baskets. Check. Stan, what are they doing?
Well, there you go. These two guys, your best guys have to step up now. Those are your two leading scorers. They averaged 36, Kevin and Dan, on the year. At halftime, they had 9 points on 4 of 13. They've already got 8 points in fewer than 2 minutes here in this half.
Well, that was De Silva's first three. And you're right, Stan. He needs to be more aggressive.
Cam Jones on the Marquette bench with 3 fouls. Kolek down low. Lampkin has got him the center. Iguodaro now goes up against the guard, Simpson. Ross is free to fire. It's a 3.
He's now got 9 points off the bench, Kevin. And so Cam Jones is over there sitting down, but Ross has really given him a lift.
He sure has. Did not score in 14 and a half minutes in the Western Kentucky game.
It's De Silva on top, and Joplin will meet him there.
Yeah, but he did jump over Kevin.
Yeah, he did. And he did it well. De Silva blasting his way down the lane.
We're seeing a different Tristan De Silva here in the second half.
7 points already. And Kolek with a lot of congestion. Iguodaro on the doorstep in for 2. Let's go to Andy Katz.
You know, Tristan De Silva is a great example of sticking with a player. When he got there, by the way, during the COVID year, 20 of his first 30 days on campus, he was contact traced, didn't have it. He spent in isolation. He was definitely out of sync that first year, only averaging 2 points, then 9, then 15, then 16 this year. Brother Oscar was a big-time player in Stanford, playing overseas. They stuck with Tristan, and it's paying off.
Joplin with the miss. Andy, thank you. There was a turnover, and you saw Marquette came up empty.
They came up empty, but they got a great shot, and Colorado just has to stop turning the ball over.
Yeah, that was an interesting last turnover, though. I thought it was a pretty good entry pass, and Lampkin didn't even jump to try to catch it. It just went over his head.
Well, Lampkin rarely jumps. At
Well,
least
that's a solid
doesn't
point.
jump very much.
Solid
Or
point.
very high.
It's off to Simpson, who makes a move on Mitchell. And that's tough. Gonna travel.
Well, Simpson has done that a couple of times where he's gotten himself in trouble with the drive, and you rarely see him do that, Stan. And he's just got to recognize if it's Mitchell, throw the ball to somebody else.
Yeah, or go to the move he had earlier on Iguodaro. Come to a stop, reverse pivot, create some space.
Iguodaro could not find the handle. De Silva the other way, galloping inside, and over Iguodaro, no. Rebound Hadley, kicks it out. Simpson will launch a 3.
Offensive rebounds so often turn into open threes.
Kolek with Simpson there, spinning inside. Rebound De Silva. Lampkin. Iguodaro punches it away and out of bounds. Shot clock at 21 seconds and a timeout. 15-41. Colorado down by 3. The closest since it was 12-9. The Buffaloes and the Golden Eagles on CBS. Adam, and the winner there will take on Gonzaga. And Gonzaga to the Sweet 16 again. It is amazing how many times Mark Few has maneuvered through the first weekend of the tournament.
Kevin, death, taxes, and Gonzaga in the Sweet 16.
Goodness. My gosh. It's incredible. In a tournament, this isn't a NBA playoff situation where you play series. One bad game knocks you out. To get there 9 straight years, that is a tremendous accomplishment.
Knocked away with the steal try by Ross. All advancing. Shot clock is at 6. Simpson has got it. Iguodaro in the way. De Silva a 3. Oh my! Fire. He's become a flamethrower in the second half. 12 points, 10 in the second half, and 12 for the game.
Well, they were 3 for 13 as a team from 3 in the first half. They're 4 for 4 here in the second half.
Iguodaro, he has got that move perfected on the all-tournament team out of the Big East tournament.
They're not going to help down on Iguodaro, so he's going to have that against Lampkin.
De Silva steering, driving, faking, feeding, and out of bounds, and off of Marquette.
Joplin sort of gets in the way. I mean, that wasn't really a switch. And what that allows De Silva to do is just step back and knock it down.
He doesn't need much time. He gets that ball off quickly.
Quick release, you're right, Coach.
He can pass, he can handle, he can post up.
Simpson, 3. All the Buffaloes are warming up now, and they have a lead for the first time in the game.
Well, we didn't see it in the first half, but they're the best shooting team in the country overall, and we're seeing it now.
Kolek trickling into the defense. Jones in, feeding a duck. Back outside, Kolek 3 with a miss. Simpson's got the ball.
Simpson's a great rebounding guard, and when you rebound and can bust out in transition, it's a real advantage.
Simpson, Ross is tethered to him. 6 minutes gone in the second half. Screen by Lampkin, switch on defense, 3 by Simpson. Rebound by Jones, playing with 3 fouls.
A little harder shooting that one over Iguodaro.
Jones, a big first half scoring. Iguodaro tries to drive and finally finds the open Kolek in for 2. And Kolek has got 12.
Yeah, that's what you normally do. Have your big guy drive the baseline and pass it inside to your point guard.
Iguodaro might be the best passing big man in the country. Someone said they have the best passing point guard and the best passing center.
Williams lost it. Iguodaro's defense, fast break, Kolek. Trailing Jones with the triple. Knocked out there by Joplin, right to Ross. And they reset with these guards.
That was a great defensive play by Iguodaro down there, too, to get him a good look in transition.
Kolek. In, up, and down.
That's over a 6'9" guy, by the way.
Well, again, it's the Inspector Gadget. I'm telling you, that arm goes out there, and there's nothing you can do.
Simpson inside. Ball was kicked. Colorado's ball.
Well, Kolek, this is a great cut, and they're trying to keep him from going left. And look how he just holds that ball out there, Stan.
I mean, and De Silva's a guy with great size. And De Silva will get a little bit of a rest. Simpson hasn't had one yet, and it's not coming.
O'Brien has it. Goes by Joplin. The freshman Williams on top. Jones is on him. Shot clock at 9. Simpson down low. Hadley with the ball. Kolek is on him. Hadley.
That was a great job there, recognizing a mismatch down low and getting Hadley the ball in the low post.
Joplin with a great spin move and 2. Wow, what a play. 10 for him.
Joplin loves to use that big body, create contact and spin in the paint, and he'll do it either way, left to right or right to left.
8 minutes gone, second half.
I think this is a game where Colorado's going to have to score to keep up.
I still think with both teams, it's going to be taking care of the ball. They both can get shots.
Joplin gets the O'Brien miss. Marquette goes the other way.
That's my point, Stan. They can get shots, but Colorado.
Great pass by Kolek.
Wow, it was.
Great pass. That's 9 assists for Kolek tonight. 14 points and 9 assists. We've still got 11 and a half minutes to go.
Williams to the hole.
And Cam Jones is lucky there, I think. He just got away with a foul on the perimeter on Cody Williams.
Out of bounds, Colorado's ball. Ross lost his way. Marquette is on an 8-2 run. And Joplin, the Big East 6th man of the year, tomahawks it in.
These 2 point guards, we talked about what great point guard play we're going to see today. These point guards with 11 minutes to go have combined for 30 points and 15 assists.
Andy, what do you have?
Well, I was listening to the huddle, and Shaka was very direct. Told the team that is more aggressive, the team that is more disruptive is going to win this basketball game.
Well, he relies on energy, and that has been the whole theme this season. Trust in what we do. He said yesterday, we always lead with energy.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Shaka Smart always leads with energy. He's the most energetic guy in any gym.
Simpson, De Silva, Handley, quickly double. It's a three, De Silva. It's a rebound by the aggressive Handley inside. Vacuums it in and puts it through.
Again, Hadley does a great job, Kevin, recognizing that it's Kolek between he and the basket, and so he powers the ball back up through the mismatch.
But he went from one side of the rim to the other to secure that rebound.
Jones takes it in for the deuce. And give him, right now, 18 points and his first 2 in the second half.
And Hadley, this is what you're talking about. He comes from one side to the other. He plants himself, and he sees it's Kolek standing there, so he goes right up at him.
And Kolek was on him to begin with. Kolek's got to get involved in that play. He's a great offensive player. Quite frankly, he took that possession off defensively.
Ben Gold will check in for Iguodaro. Kolek, who had missed 6 games with an oblique injury, came back and played for the first time.
And I think, Kevin,
Friday.
what we're doing here is we're going over to look to check to see if there was a flagrant foul. At the end of that play, De Silva came out of there shaking his head, and the officials stopped the game so he could walk up the court. Let's see what we got.
He got hit there with a little bit of an elbow. It's just a basketball play on a spin. He's not extending this much. Come on. Let's go. Move on. Let's play basketball. That's what we all are here to see today.
Well, I know he doesn't have a glass chin. His dad was a pro boxer in his native Brazil. The kid is tough, and we've seen it. Let's go to Gene Steratore, our rules analyst. Gene, what'd you see on that play?
I'm with Stan on it. Let's just play. I know they've got to look. When you see De Silva grab his jaw like that, you're going to be safe as an official and take a quick peek. I think after seeing a couple great camera shots that we've gotten, it's a basketball play. The elbow doesn't flare out by Jones that much at all. And let's play on and continue with this great basketball game.
They've reviewed it.
Yeah, and Doug Schaus just came over and said basketball play. He was just trying to score. So, you're playing in a game here. It's close confines. Guys have arms.
Yes, your arms
everywhere.
do move.
Yeah, and so, but there's Jones again with that spinning move down by the basket.
Yeah, no, listen, Marquette's guys, but if you watch them before the game when they warm up, that group of guards, that's the first thing they do warming up is all these different moves and finishes.
You thank Gene Steratore. On top is Simpson. Picks up the defense that time of Jones.
And Marquette is doing a great job here keeping not only defensive pressure on, but offensive pressure on.
O'Brien and a 3 by Williams. He puts it in. Cody Williams, the number 7 high school player in the country playing for the Buffaloes, brings Colorado to within 2.
That's the first 3 he's made since coming back from that injury.
Mitchell takes it hard inside. Rejected by Williams, who had the best plus-minus in the game Friday against Florida. O'Brien. De Silva. Right down the middle.
He's got 12 and a half now after having 2 at halftime.
Great response. They were down 5, and Marquette looked like they were on a little bit of a run.
Bad pass into photographer Bay. Mitchell falls. It'll go the other way. So we've had some exciting Division II championship games. Dan, you've done a couple. I have.
That is a great event.
Yeah,
It's here in Indiana. It's in Evansville.
It's Evansville, exactly.
Nova Southeastern won it last year, a team that averages over 100 points a game usually in college basketball.
De Silva to Simpson. And Mitchell right there. De Silva, a 3. It's a Marquette rebound with Kolek.
I like De Silva's approach here in the second half. He's trying to take this thing over.
Almost knocked away. Gold, 3.
Kolek, every time you make a mistake, it seems like Kolek makes you pay for it. Simpson went for the steal, missed it, and then Kolek goes and creates that 3.
Iguodaro back in. Cross court it goes. Hadley has the ball. Williams on top and sets up on a 15-footer. Iguodaro inhales the rebound.
10 assists for Kolek now, who does look a little tiny.
And he missed that time, was injured in February. Iguodaro, look at him, nudge his way into the paint.
If he can get that close and doesn't have any pressure on him coming from the outside, that's really tough to guard if you're De Silva.
Yeah, it is. And listen, that's what happens when you make 8 threes. People are loath to come in and help. And he gets room in the middle.
De Silva fakes, tries, feeds inside. O'Brien was fouled as he was climbing. Marquette with Kolek right here, and a gold 3 from the corner. It's a 5-point Marquette lead. Iguodaro made sure. So Jones of Marquette just picked up his 4th foul, and that is a story with 7:46 to go.
Yeah, he's actually, it seemed to me, almost been trying to pick that thing up since he came back in. He's pressing up on the ball. He's leaning on people.
You see, Marquette only has 6 total fouls, and he's got 4 of them.
O'Brien at the free throw line, former 5A high school player of the year in the state of Colorado. He is from Littleton. He's a terrific 3-point shooter for the Buffaloes, who recorded this season the most wins in the history of their program. 26. Marquette, 26 wins. The winner here to the Sweet 16. Kolek in Williams. Right down the middle he goes, and pushed as he's fired by Williams of Colorado.
Well, it's no surprise he gets down into that lane, and he's going to extend that arm and see if he can't do that little shot of his.
Well, you mentioned it earlier. He's deceptively strong.
Yeah.
He takes contact and does not get bumped off his path. If he gets going to that left hand, you're in trouble.
Kolek was last season's Big East Player of the Year. And here's a guy who shoots 88% from the line.
You see him there, takes the contact and just stays right on his path to the basket.
Marquette this afternoon from the free throw line, 1 of 5. The lead is 5.
That lead goes to 5, and Colorado crawls back in and ties it up, and then they miss a couple of shots, and Marquette makes them pay for it. Again, I think Colorado's got to keep scoring because they're having a hard time getting stops.
And I'm surprised Colorado's not going to put Hadley back down in the post against Tyler Kolek and make them double team.
It's an O'Brien 3. Rebound by the leaping De Silva. Doubled in a straight jacket, trying to get free. Tried to pass, out of bounds. Shot clock at 15, Colorado's ball.
Well, they didn't get anything out of it, but that's a great play here by De Silva. A rebound, then doubled. Look at his patience. Swarmed, and finds an open guy on the bounce pass. This guy's a heck of a basketball player.
Lampkin, Iguodaro on him. Switch on D. Simpson's free from the top of the key. It's a 2.
This Colorado team just refuses to go away.
But they got to get some stops down here.
Well, and Marquette's got to get some rebounds because...
Intercepted, picked off by Hadley. The turnover by Kolek. Racing the other way, high pass, Simpson athletic catch. To the baseline, in double bear, and taken away. Mitchell grabbed that ball.
And Simpson's got to be careful. He was a little upset trying to get the ball back. He can't pick up his 3rd foul.
Stevie Mitchell, we saw some big defensive plays the other night. That was a big one right there. Kolek does have 5 turnovers tonight, Dan.
Sabering his way inside, Kolek.
Well, I'll tell you, their plan, and they really went over it yesterday, was to keep him to his right hand. You wouldn't know it. He's at it on his left hand every time down the floor.
Pocketed by Joplin. Williams will defend the side swipe, and it's a rebound by Simpson. Colorado's got the ball, under 6 to go. Hadley the move, the feed, Lampkin.
That was really good passing in transition.
It was. When they take care of the ball, they can get good shots, but they've got 12 turnovers. Marquette has 11.
Kolek. Joplin. Hadley came up. Joplin hits the net. Foul, Colorado. It goes on Hadley, who picks up his first for the Buffalo.
Well, that's a great pass here by Hadley for Lampkin to be able to finish.
Great job by Hadley to take the ball in transition and get into the defenders, make them commit so he can find the open man. Now, we are way away from anybody going to the free throw line here. We've had almost no fouls in this game.
Cam Jones has come back in. 4 fouls for the junior for Marquette. Where's number 1? On the move, caught it, and fires. Rebound to Silva. He's got 4.
That's
Jones,
he's got to be
careful.
smart.
Yeah.
Whistle away from the ball. It's on Marquette.
Iguodaro inside, I believe, on Lampkin. Lampkin posted hard. Yeah, you see him wrapped around there with that right hand. Now, Lampkin might have hooked him a little first, but the referee in great position to see that one on Iguodaro. And Cam Jones going to come right back out. He's going to try to play offense-defense with him as much as he can, not have him in on defensive possessions.
Stevie Mitchell has taken the place, chasing the ball. Simpson a 3. Leaping rebound inside by Chase Ross. He's got 4.
Mitchell got away with one there. You don't leave Simpson in that spot to go double team somebody else.
Well, they try to protect Kolek.
Kolek has got it with that screen. Wedging his way into the paint. Lampkin is there. It doesn't matter. He puts it over the big man of the Buffaloes.
I mean, it's almost like guys have lost any focus on keeping him to his right hand.
Williams slashing for 2. Wow.
Well, they may be trying to do it, but I think it's a hard thing to do.
Now, I'm watching guys' body position, Dan. They're not making an effort to do it. They're not over on that left hand. They're playing him straight up.
Kolek evades the defense. Simpson picks him back up. Curls and fires. Rebound Simpson. Out to Hadley, and the Buffaloes are running. Knocked away. Ross on the floor. Foul Marquette.
And I think that's a break for Colorado. Hadley, you're going down the court. You see the opponents coming there. You don't try to go through them all. You stop, and you wait for your teammates to show up.
Absolutely, especially you've got 3 really good players on the floor, playmakers, in Simpson, De Silva, and Cody Williams.
Simpson takes it in. It's congested in there. De Silva 3.
It's like you know what you're talking about, Stan.
I'll tell you what, when it's on the line, your best players have to step up, and Colorado's guys are.
De Silva, 15 second-half points, 17 for the game. 3 second-half trades. Tied at 74. The winner goes to the Sweet 16. Joplin. Kolek. Screen. Fires. Hadley the rebound. 6 for him. 3.5 to go.
This looks like the Colorado-Florida game the other day, Dan and Kevin, where you feel like whoever has the ball last is going to win this.
Hadley makes a move. Kolek right there. Simpson for the lead. Lampkin almost had it. And wrestled down by Kolek.
Wow, great opportunity there on the second opportunity. And Simpson had a wide open look.
He won't get that kind of an open look in practice.
Tied at 74, the emotion of the NCAA tournament. Colorado, Marquette on CBS. It's been Colorado's three-point shooting in the second half. The Buffaloes trailed by 11 at halftime, and now we are tied at 74.
And a lot of it's been this guy, Tristan De Silva. 15 second-half points, and he's done it all different ways. Back cut, a drive, come out and hit a 3, and he's made some great passes, too. This guy is an outstanding player who did a little talking to himself, I think, at halftime, Dan, and said, you know what? we're down, and I got to be the one to start playing better.
Well, if he did a good job convincing himself, if that's what the discussion that he had was.
Jones, who has 4 fouls for the Golden Eagles, is in. And Kolek will swirl. And Ross will fire a 3.
Wow. Chase Ross has made a huge impact on this game. These teams don't go deep into their bench, but Cody Williams and Chase Ross have both contributed.
And a nice move inside by Simpson, who's got 17 and 10 in the second half.
Well, it might not be who has the ball last, but who can make more threes.
That might be.
Joplin. He'll creep into the paint. De Silva is there over Lampkin. Lampkin with the rebound.
Tough shot and a good job there staying down on his shot fake and not fouling.
Simpson will drive. Tie up. Marquette's ball.
You know, Stan Simpson is a guy who makes plays, but I think he forced it this time. He's going right into, went into 3 guys. Looks like he's trying to draw the foul. Colorado's been at their best when he's been able to draw defenders and kick it out.
I agree. The pass he doesn't make as much as Kolek does is to the weak side.
Yes.
Kolek will orchestrate. Iguodala's got it.
Oh, what
Knocked
a
it inside.
play!
Hadley knocked it away. Williams the other way. Buffaloes with the freshman at the controls. Hadley on top. Minute and a half to go in regulation. Hadley defended by Joplin. De Silva to Simpson. De Silva. Joplin is there again. Williams for the lead. Ross with the rebound. He's got 5.
Great possession. Marquette played great defense, and Colorado showed great patience and ball movement to get a wide open shot for a good shooter.
Can't get a better shot than that, Stan, particularly not against that kind of defense.
Go again. Out, around, and down! Down! Kolek, 21! Timeout, Colorado!
Still 2 fouls to give before we get into the bonus. And at the other end, if we hit a situation where Colorado has to foul, they're going to have to foul a lot of times.
You don't need a 3, but you got to go quickly.
Yeah.
It's De Silva down low, and the foul will go on Chase Ross, who is defending his 3rd.
So, yeah, I think that's good now. I mean, because you're increasing your chances of getting that ball back if you can get a stop under 30 seconds. And you've got to be aggressive against those 2 guys now. You can't just let somebody drive the ball. Still got 1 to give.
De Silva doubled, hemmed in, underneath, Williams outside, Hadley for the tie. Knocked away, Buffalo, guard, Simpson has it, Williams again, down the lane, knocked away, Iguodala. And a foul called in 21 seconds to go. Iguodala number 2 for Marquette.
Now, Simpson did not have to make a play like that because that's a rebound. You can collect it in the backcourt. So that is a break for Colorado.
Yeah, he should have just picked the ball up.
Yeah, just grabs it and turn around and go.
Tell you, really impressed with Cody Williams tonight, too. We've had 2 great bench performances with he and Chase Ross.
And these are 2 very big free throws for Williams. He's a 72% free throw shooter.
This is only the 12th free throw attempt of this game.
Yeah, it's been a very clean game in terms of fouls. That was a big miss, but you got to have this one and cut it to 2. Because you're down to 21 seconds. You're going to have to take. Now, here's the thing. You're going to foul quickly if you're Colorado, too, because you've got to give 4 fouls. So you can't wait a long time to give the fouls.
Full court pressure. Squeezing through Joplin. Colorado foul.
There's 3 seconds going, and the referee's pointing down to the free throws, but we're not shooting. That's only 4 team fouls on Colorado.
Yeah, you're in really a bind there because you get a good double team, so you're trying for the steal. And so the time runs off, and time is your enemy here, obviously.
Timeout taken, each team with 1 remaining in a 2-point game for the Sweet 16.
Well, if I'm Colorado right here, I'm going to try to get up hard and get a steal on this inbounds, but then I'm fouling right away.
Yeah, you have to.
And then I'm going to foul right away again.
And if you're Marquette and you get trapped, just hang on to the ball.
Absolutely. You got to get 3 fouls here to get them on the line.
Jones, shot clock is off. Kolek in down court. Joplin. And fouled by O'Brien.
See, that's 4.5 seconds off the clock right there, and you're still not there. You've still got to give 2 fouls.
What a great job by Kolek to pitch it ahead.
Well, I think we saw that with Utah State the other night against pressure with the lead. Attack down the floor. Teams tend to get too passive in these situations.
Ross has come off the bench and had a big game. He'll inbound right now. Kolek is down low. Simpson is on him. Foul call. 11.7.
Okay, now the next one will send them to the free throw line.
And the next guy you want to foul is Iguodaro if they pass him the ball because he's only a 61% free throw shooter.
I'd almost invite the pass to Iguodaro.
Yes,
don't be tough on everybody else, and if you're Luke O'Brien, let the ball come in to Iguodaro. Encourage the ball to come into Iguodaro.
Simpson will leave. Bangot Dak comes in, a freshman from Lincoln. 6'11", and in front of the inbounder, Ross. Cutting, Kolek. Outside to Jones. Over to Joplin. With a whistle and a foul. And 7.4. It's on Handley of the Buffaloes.
Well, Kolek does such a great job. He just gets out of there. He knows that they got that they got to get rid of time.
Joplin has not been to the line this afternoon.
Now, again, it's a 1-on-1, Kevin, because that's only the 17th foul, and he is a 70% free throw shooter.
So decent, but not great. And 1-on-1s, as you know, Dan, always a lot harder than a 2-shot foul.
And maybe even harder with 7.4 seconds left in an NCAA tournament game.
Here's Joplin, a junior from Milwaukee, from Brookfield Central High School. A Milwaukee kid from a Milwaukee school. And he gives his Golden Eagles a 3-point lead.
I'll tell you what now, and you've got to know what you're doing, but if Joplin misses this, I'm not letting them get up a 3 and be NC State like they were in the conference tournament. I'm fouling on the dribble up the floor.
1 timeout apiece.
If he misses.
So all your strategy is wasted.
That's 2 big free throws by Joplin.
And particularly it's not if Marquette, and you know Shaka Smart was talking about this, you want to make Colorado catch the ball going back toward the Marquette basket. You don't want them to let them catch it on the run, headed toward their own basket.
And they're actually in a zone press here, 1-2-2. And now dropping back.
You don't have time for this.
It's Simpson with a 3. That's it. Game over. The Marquette Golden Eagles are going to the Sweet 16.